Um, I think we might have termites or white ants. See all these things here? These are the wings of white ants after they've fallen off the white ants. And I was sitting in my office here, and from the ceiling, like sakura, cherry blossom or snow, gradually more and more white ants' wings fell down onto my chair here, which is very disturbing, bearing in mind that the office is built of wood. And so I removed the ceiling in large part to see where the white ants are eating my ceiling. And most of them are in this region here, but none of the ceiling is eaten. And so that leads me to believe, after a lot of soul searching and Google searching, that's the insulation that I took down from the ceiling, I had to put the ceiling back together, that somewhere else nearby, probably in our house, quite possibly in the bathroom area, is infested with white ants. And in the summer they leave their nest, or some of them do. Special white ants, not white ants, winged ants leave the nest and fly up and away to find a new place to live. And generally they fly as high as they can within the structure that they're in, and so they flew up into the roof area over there. But they probably originated from somewhere around here, because it is possible to fly up into the roof area from the back here, and there's gaps. So they probably saw the light on in my office and then flew up inside there. So maybe something is rotten in Denmark, or perhaps the bathroom. They like generally wet wood, wet or slightly rotten wood, and the bathroom doesn't have a fan, so perhaps something inside there may be rotten. Or it could be, if we're lucky, that they flew from a long way away. But I can't see how such vast numbers should have flown up into my office if they weren't flying from somewhere nearby. I thought at first that it was indicative that they had flown in and created a nest in there. But generally speaking, white ants come up from the ground. What they do is they every summer, as I said before, that they some of them develop wings, fly off, and lay eggs and create a new nest. There's the wings that you can see. It's probably been eaten by the rats that also seem to be living. There's droppings there in the roof, and so. Yeah, they fly off, they lay eggs, but they lay eggs generally in soft, rotten wood, and there isn't much of that in my roof. It's quite new and quite hard and quite difficult for them to munch into. But they then get into houses, because after eating all the soft, rotten wood in a forest, say, or nearby to your wood pile near your house, they burrow through the ground, and the adult white ants, which are actually white, then burrow up from the ground into the foundations, building little tunnels, because they're albino and they can't bear the sunlight, building tunnels so that they can get to the wood in your house, and then they munch like that. So they almost never fly into the house. They almost always come up from the ground, in my experience and the internet. So the presence of ants' wings is rarely that you've been attacked by the ants from the air, but it could well mean that you've got an infestation somewhere in your house, and that infestation is now trying to move off somewhere else. So I've yet to find it, but my guess is it could be somewhere in the bathroom walls inside here. Maybe I'll take apart the bathroom walls, especially if they start feeling spongy. Yes, and that's about white ants and the beach house.